Catastrophic. I don't know, that's a combination between something a New Zealander says and something nobody says. Catastrophic. Tell me who says that, I don't know. So, Dr. Phil here for 2025. I never thought I'd get that old. Spoiler alert, I did. What I'm currently doing, I'm looking through all of my grit. Oh yes, I'm looking through my grit. 120, 240. What we got? 40, that's too strong. 80. Have a look at these guys. I think this is a 240. Let's see. Gilly Saber. Happy New Year. How you doing? Yeah, what have we got here? That was an 80. Wow. It'll be up and running again in no time as well because... Okay. Sorry, I was just talking to myself. That was an 80, so I might replace it with another... No, I'll replace it with a 200, maybe a... Yeah, 120. There we go. Yeah, it was relatively loud. We had lots going on because there was this like celebration about, you know, something about a year. I don't know. But people set things on fire. I thought the bridge was burning down. You know, it was quite stressful, quite frankly. No, it was all good. Quite enjoyed it. Ah, there we go. What a beautiful... What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the other internet, I think, because... Hide your kids, hide your wife, hide your husband, because they're fireworking around here. You don't even have to confess. We're looking for you. We gon' find you. We gon' find you. Remember that from all those years ago? Alright, so what I've got here is I've got evidence that I actually do cut opals from time to time, except I lost the evidence. Where did I put the evidence? I was just putting everything together. Here it is. There it is. Oh, goody. So this guy, nice little opal. I'm going to finish this guy off before we start with the other opals, because this guy is pretty cool. I'm just turning on the water. As a matter of fact, I think we'll go this side straight up. Will that work? I think it will. There we go. Okay. You know what? I'm going one-handed, so I reckon I could easily just go one-handed. Hello there, I saw you up early in this morning, my collaborator. I saw you there, and then I thought, well, that's interesting. I think I'll go... I think the Americans are still going 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 or something like that. I don't know. You went talkies. What?
Oh, you're making live stream?
I'm making live stream. What's wrong?
I'm actually going to the shops.
Oh, you're going to the shops? What are you wanting to get at shops?
Baking soda.
What? Baking soda? Yeah. Okay, get some of that. 100 pounds of gold? No, just take it when we're on the street on the way there. No? Okay. Oh well. No, I don't think there's anything I need. You got nothing I want. You got nothing I need. See you around. Yep. That was daughter number 2. Not that she's a little shit, but like it's the second daughter. Yeah. She didn't seem to be too conducive to that one. Conducive? Cooperative. How about that? Like, you know, I raised her right and all that sort of stuff. What do we say as parents? Like, I raised you well, and what do you give me in return? Oh, nothing. I fought 3 world wars. Well, thank you for the likes, people. Likes are as good as money. Yeah. Remind me at some stage to go back onto your live stream and like it for at the very least, Adele. I don't think I can do any live commentary now. I'm trying to remember when this Opal was done. Maybe 2 or 3 live streams ago. It's a nice little mini character, I suppose. Oh, there's a fly on my foot. So much wildlife at the moment. So what I'm doing at the moment is I am using a technique which I'm sure other lapidarists use. I'm not saying that I've invented it or anything. It's just that I've adapted it from what I know lens grinders do. Yeah. But I went out in my thongs plural, which is not underwear. They are footwear. They're perfectly acceptable footwear, and that's what they are. They're not a G-banger. They're flip-flops. Anyway, I went out in my thongs, and then the ants decided, you know what? Thongs are an offence to us. Bite. Ah, go away, ants. The thing about it is that, like, I wasn't doing them any harm. I was just coexisting with them, and I'm very, you know, I'm relatively kind to their nature. If I can leave it be, I will leave it be. But when something bites you, you just go slap. I'm going, what good is this for you? There's no payoff here. All you get is squished. I remember when my youngest, the one who just went off to get gold, let's zoom in and see what we're looking at the moment. There we go. Yeah, so hard to do. That's what we're fighting for here. So all I'm doing at the moment is I'm just making sure that all the surfaces are... Yeah, it was pretty special when I first got it. Whoop. Where I realised that I've got to really give this one a bit of love and care. Might have even been last live stream, whenever that was. I haven't streamed for a year. Yeah, there's lots of flash everywhere. It's still quite a white stone, so the colour is not exactly prominent, but it's prominent enough to tell me that this is very, very bright colour on a very, very white stone. I mean a very, very dark background stone. That's a dark opal, of course. Because of its size, it's an absolute whopper. It should fetch a pretty penny. I'm going to say $400 just because it's too white to be $1,000. Oh, thank you. Don't know why I deserved it, because I did absolutely sweet diddly for your stream. Have you got something going? Have I competed with you? Did I literally compete with... Oh, okay, phew. I've only just started. Phew. Sorry, I've been out of it because New Year's. Yeah, just so you know, folks, I do try to not... Yeah, I do try to schedule my stuff so that it's not in conflict with, especially Collaboration of Curiosities or the Opal guy. Opal guy. I think it's a good idea, so to speak. But seems like I haven't done too well this time around. Well, I presume it was one of your stones premiering, so what I can do is I can go and I can watch the hell out of it when I'm finished with this. Okay, yeah, you go to bed. Is it New Year's yet? All the streams are important in a way. And I think there's enough YouTube to go around, so it's all good. I wonder if we'll get territorial later. Midnight 30? Perfect. So happy New Year. Wish you every luck with every endeavour. And hopefully no jerks go along and upset it all by putting streams on. Well, that's what I try to do. It's alright, Adele. I understand what you're saying. I think the rule of thumb would be, if you've got not a lot of time, just get on and stream when you can. If you notice that somebody else is streaming and you can afford to delay it, then delay it. I'm just having a look at it for myself. Initially, still got a spot on the top that needs to be flattened out, so I'm just going to sit here and just like hitting the brakes in your car. As a matter of fact, just a tiniest little touch on the other side, which is a much heavier grit. This one, that's 1,000. This one's 1,000 grit, and this one here is 80 grit. So I'm just going to touch it on top. Because I noticed it was quite a lot rougher than I expected. It's not going to take too much. It's just going to be a little bit of a kiss, and then we're going on. Also, I'm going slightly to the middle, so it's a bit slower. Were you confused about some of the terminology here, Adele? Just in case you were, I'll just yabber on. This particular sandpaper that I'm using is 1,000 grit, and if you get in there too early, you actually waste over because you sit too long on the sandpaper. Yeah. I was going to put 240 onto that one, and I thought, no, I'll use 80 because the previous one was 80, and as it wears in, it gets a little bit kinder. And the fact of the matter is that it really does, just as you sand it, it just gets better and better. So I've realised it doesn't matter that much if you go and hit a spot with a really extreme grit. I can see already that it's done good work. Now I'm just going to sit it on there. Just do. It was shining back an awful lot more than it had previously, so I'm like, yeah, that's worked. Give it a bit of a look-ski. Okay, well, definitely not perfect, but the issues that I was worried about are gone. As is most of the opal. Okay, there. Yeah, just so you know, Opal guy, there was a depression of about 1/2 mil sitting on the face of the opal. There was no way that 1000 grit was going to deal with it. What? Bye, Sam. This is the first time I've actually seen you on the stream. Yeah, that's true. Well, we have a 2-hour stream of which we're just doing this. Yeah. Don't leave me! Ooh. You are sentenced to Philip's live stream where you'll be polished over 1,000 years. Went up to 38 pretty quick, so that's good. I openly admit that there are better ways to polish it. There you go. Let's zoom in much so you can see. That's dry now. So you can see that it's starting to get there. So if I wet it up a bit, you can see it's starting to really get good. So I think that's where we start putting our, this is our 1000 grit, but it's this time it's in a paste form. And here we go. I wonder what that would do. Have you seen someone do it? Oh. Sam, you can drive your car. Oh, it's like, I'm sure he'll be back, don't worry. Don't feel bad. People just do, people have to be people. Just tidying up the edges here, and this edge really needs some work because there's just a bit going on there. Once again, this is not a major thing, even though it looks like it. It's just that this edge is just a little bit too thin. So I'm just giving it a bit of evening power. Yeah. Our police are pretty strict on that kind of stuff though, so they won't get away with it. The other thing is that I've got a mate of mine who, and this is a true story, and it's such an Australian story. He went to Canberra to get himself a V8 Holden, and he decided to drive it back home and insure it when he got home. And sure enough, on the road back, he hit a kangaroo. I don't know. People sometimes do the dumbest of things. I wouldn't worry too much, Opal guy. Isn't that cool? Because like you have a you're homeless but you have internet. What a great world we live in. Yeah, that's the right attitude, Opal guy. Adele, he needs all the luck he can get. That's true. Adele, you know as well as I do that life is a really, really nasty teacher. You get the lessons, and if you don't learn the lesson, then you get taught again. That's just the way life is. So you can tell somebody something, and it's the right thing to do, absolutely. Ultimately, it's their choice to follow or not. And you see, I think about all my life stuff. All my life choices, there's always been somebody saying, you know, that's going to lead to pain. Don't do it. Oh, don't worry about me. I'm fine. I've got, you know, brains and stuff. Whenever my children do stuff like that, I say, don't go up there. You're going to, and I'll kiss whatever it is that they've hurt, kiss them better, and, you know, give them a hug, comfort them and all that sort of stuff. And I say, at the end of all of that, I go, now you know what you are, don't you? And they say, yes, Daddy, I'm an SPC. I'm a self-punishing child. Well, if he doesn't live here, like if he comes from somewhere else, they'll get rid of him. Like I've had to help so many people who've who've migrated over, and they make silly mistakes on their forms and woof, causes problems. It's unfair, absolutely, but it's what it is. Yeah. Yeah, you don't. There's all this debate about corporal punishment or whatever else. You don't need to, because they punish themselves. You give them the best advice you can, and then, like, you know, put the arm back on later. Okay, we're going up a grade with the grit. For the time being, we're just going to sit here and polish away. It's quite relaxing, this size of thing. Yeah. This side of things. I should have taken a recording of the conversation I had with my father and my brother whilst we were watching the fireworks, because my brother is a chemistry teacher, or was until he started to do his PhD. But we were all taking bets on what metal they were using in the firework to make it that colour. Yep, it's the fluffy disc. That means we're close to ready. What I've had to do is I've had to put another sandpaper on and go back to having just one fluffy disc, because it wasn't working as good as I was hoping. I may buy another desk sander and have fluffy disc on desk sander and have 2 sandpapers. That might work out. Yes. Pedologist, thank you very much. What did I figure out? Yeah, I'm a digital taxonomist. I've told you that one, haven't I? That's Dr. Idiot to you. So funny how often the title comes out when you're pissed off. Oh dear. Alright. What shall we use with a drunken dopstick? What shall we use with a drunken dopstick? What shall we use with a drunken dopstick? Early in the morning. 2.5 is what we're using. 2.5 is what we're using. I think that equates to 2,500 early in the morning. Pedologist. There's 2 types of ped. Well, there's 3 actually. There's underfoot, and there is foot, and there is young. So please don't get them confused, because that gets a bit problematic. Especially when you say you love soil. You can work that one out yourself. Pedologist. Yep. Think about the ped egg that you use on your feet. Don't you give me that look. Ooh, we're getting there. I'm just going to zoom in on this for you so you can see what we're doing. So this is not wet or anything. Oh, come on, you did it before. There we go. You go under here. There we are. Not as good as it was. I'll zoom out again, see if we can see if it's better there, like that. Yeah, I think it's better like that. So Yep. It's. Let me have a look. There's a sheen of oil on it still. Oh, there's a mark. Honestly, hang on. Back to the drawing board. Meh. Which ant is in the top of the anthill? Honestly, that's what I think of intelligence as. It's just like, if you're striving for intelligence, you can't, because, well, we're given a certain amount, and that's it. Can't get more, can't get less. And if you're sitting there going, oh, I'm smarter than you, or I'm trying to be smarter than you, then nah, that's a wasted exercise. Just have to be content with what you got. It's easy for me to say with my PhD and all that, but like, sometimes it'd be nice to be, you know, average, because there's less like implications to things that you're thinking about. That sounds arrogant. I don't know. It sounded good in my head. No, you're one of those people. Did you do well in school? I'm going to think about that definition. I mean, we can do a cop out and say language is what you make of it, but let's break that down. Smart implies education. Bright just means you've got a capacity to learn. Is that what you reckon? So perhaps plasticity is what you're after. I'm plastic. So you're untested. You're not smart or not smart. You're untested. I can remember teaching the dumb kids in university. That was the best, because a lot of the time they just went through life just assuming they were dumb, and they weren't dumb. It's just life had given them a rough set of cards. You know, sometimes that happens. You're not the only person for that to happen, Adele. Not that I'm not trying to say that you. Look, your suffering is unique. I know that much. So you know, whatever you've gone through, yes, your pain is unique. But the fact of the matter is, there are perfectly good people out in this world who have got an incredibly rough run, undeserved. Oh, basically that it sounds bad, but like I'm salivating, because like I'm going, yeah, this is a person who's educatable, have been ruined by most of the education system. I would say you have. I just happen to know the stats on what people who've had that happen to them end up as, and I'm like, life continues to be unfair. Basically, you've got to fight that every day of your life, and you've got to fight it harder than a person like myself has to fight it, and that just is inherently unfair. You've done bloody brilliantly, considering. Don't sell yourself short. Oh yeah, I'm like that too. I use that to say I'm thankful. You know what I mean? I just say, yeah, it could, the hammer could drop any moment. I understand what you're saying. But for the time being, it hasn't. And I'm thankful for that. And I'm thankful for what I've got at this point in time, even if I'm not going to have it forever. Yeah. No, I don't feel like that. Look, how do I put this? Like, for me, I've noticed that life has been steadily just getting better and better. Like, I had an upbringing of relative privilege because my father was a surgeon, so he could afford to take me to nice places and do stuff like that. I went and got married, and then also stuff happened to my father, and you know, my marriage ended up the way it was. So I ended up in a pretty desperate situation, to be honest. But from that point on, things just picked up. Like, so I'm not saying it's going to last forever. Well, that is true. I can't say it's not happening. But look, I'm not going to be one of those people who says, you know, it's up to you to pull yourself up by your bootstraps, because that's just putting the blame on the people who can least defend themselves. But basically, I think that when you're given that, yeah, I suppose in your circumstance, what happens is that you've just got an uphill battle that will remain uphill for an awful long time. It's not necessarily going to get worse, but for it to get better, oh boy. Yeah. And you live in Queensland, you can climb up a macadamia tree and get some macadamias. Just getting some, see, I'm confident with my sexuality. I'm putting the pink stuff on. Right, here we go. What a beautiful magenta that is. Yeah, so you never know. One day there'll be an Australian Story episode and they're going, now it's time for Adele from Brisbane and how she managed to make something of her shitbox of a life. So, I was just talking about that to my girlfriend because, like, whenever, like, I used to work in the paint counter at Bunnings, and I know that basically paint is pigment and ammonia. I mean, there's a lot more to it than that. Um, but I'm sure they say that you can identify a million colours or 10 million, whatever else it is. But I've done a degree. Part of the soil thing is that you've got to find the colour coordinate of the soil. And I know that people are sometimes several pages out of what we call the Munsell book, away from the true colour of the soil. So, yeah, I don't think we're that good at identifying colours. But I will accept salmon. Having said that, what's it looking like in the camera? Yeah, not too bad. I think we can move off the salmon colour. Let me just have a quick look. Wipes on shirt. May have to bring out the loop. Yeah, I can see some stuff on it. Okay. Can you see what I see? There's some salmon colour in there. That's like a, yeah, very weak mosaic pattern there. Mosaic is what we're looking for. Be better if it was harlequin. But that's not a bad little stone. Let's go up a grade. Let's go to We're going all the way to... No, we're not doing 10. That's ridiculous. Let's do grade... What is that one? 3.5? No, I'll go up a grade. Yeah, we'll do 5. Emerald was sage. Okay, well, I don't know what emerald or sage really is. I'm presuming green for something. Would you believe diamonds? There are diamonds in that. Yeah, it's a diamond paste. So basically there's tiny little diamonds, and they're smaller and smaller as you go up the grade. The funny thing is, okay, so dark green as opposed to light green. Aquamarine, no, that's blue. Way, they're very small diamonds. They're not valuable. So I've got the question. You can answer this one too, Antonio. Welcome to the channel, by the way. What colour is the tennis ball? The classic question. It's not a trick question, by the way. It's just a question of perception. I don't even know what that colour is. Would you believe that part of my thesis was actually in colour? Yellowish green. Neon yellow?
I'll join you for a little bit.
Where is Libby?
She's at the shops.
If you want to, of course.
Oh yeah.
So neon yellow. So we've got... Okay, so we've got one vote for chartreuse. We've got a yellow green, we've got a neon yellow. So we've got... Yeah, because look, obviously I'm not the authority on this. I always thought a tennis ball was green. Puke. That'd be interesting if you opened up the can and it smelled like puke. Alright, let's have a look at this. Now we're getting places. There's still a few lines, I can see them, but... Yeah, that's looking good. I'm going to put in the secret weapon soon, which is basically stick it into a drill and spin it. This is pretty much where the journey will end soon for this particular opal, and then we'll go and we'll have a look at some of the cooler opals that are sitting on my other rig. But this is just to say, you know, I do occasionally finish off an opal. Oh, okay. Hello there, ready to 3D print. I presume that's your company name? Or... Right, so these are opals. They're kind of a stone, which they're available all over the world, but Australia is kind of synonymous for them. So this started off essentially as a rock, and I can show you what they kind of look like when we start. They look like this. This one, I presume, has got a colour bar in it. I can't see it because it's not in the sun. I think I know which one this one is, but yeah, it starts off looking like this, and then you cut it on a machine to make it look like, and sorry, I'm putting this back. Then you cut it in a machine, and then you make it look like this. Then you stick it on a dop stick, and then you make it look like this. Yep. And I've told you don't like. I found gypsum in the opal, by the way, and that's an excellent segue to say don't put opal in your aquarium gravel because it will mess the pH up big time because gypsum is acidic. Got quite a shock when I saw that much gypsum in there. And if you leave the opal there in the water for maybe a day or two, the gypsum starts to break down. So it doesn't take long before you're starting to get some pretty big issues with pH in your tank. This will be jewellery quantity finished, mate, and I've got like hundreds of them if you want them. Yeah, if you have a look at some of the shorts, you'll see me getting a bag of rocks and basically finding the ones that are shiny. And then if you look at some of the live streams, you'll see me cutting them into opals. As a matter of fact, what I do is, yeah, oh, it's the bestest ever. As a matter of fact, we're going to be doing that very, very soon. Let's have a look at this. I just want to get a few scratches out of this one and then I'll show you. We'll do it for real. It's looking like... Okay. There still are a few scratches in it, but let's zoom in a bit, tiniest bit. Not quite gem quality yet, but it is essentially gem quality. You can see there's just a few scratches on there, so I've still got to get them processed out of it. But yeah, that is of course close to what the finished product looks like. This is part of my rig. I'm just turning the water off here. Water off, water off. Turn it off here. Right, so that's that side of things done. But I've got this section here now. So the water for that section is here. Turning that on, and now we've got water dripping into that tray. I'm going to pop this guy into here. As you can see, there's dozens of unprocessed opals. Well, they're partially processed. Now we'll go over to here. Quite frankly, this is the more fun bit. This is where you find out if the opal is valuable or not. So, zooming in a little bit. I may have to change the blade halfway through, and that's always a little bit of a painful process, so please be aware of that. So, moving on, we've got a few things that I may consider doing this one, but I probably have to change the blade before I do that one. This one is probably not going to work out. It's just going to be pretty because there's a lot of colour in it. I think it's going to be a bit too thin and sandy, but that'll be fun. So that'll be fun. That'll be good. This one here, I saw this one in the sunlight, and there's a good chance that there's some colour in it. This one is a Lightning Ridge black opal, which is very, very valuable. Oh, I built it. Believe it or not, this rig that I've got here cost me $7. I'll give you a bit of a walk through the rig. Why not? Okay, if you have a look behind here, there's a commercial Ozito rotary tool. That's attached to a diamond blade, which rotates, obviously. There is a small tube at the top, which has got water going into it. That tube, it runs all the way up here to these bottles, and they are all self-replenishing bottles, because if you make sure that the bottle is full of water and the tube is full of water, then it just siphons like any old siphon, and so you can store huge amounts of water. So I've got heaps of these bottles just sitting here, and as the water runs out, it all replenishes. It all comes out of this particular bottle in the back there, where all the tubes are. I've got an indicator that I've made out of a Coke bottle, so you can see that I'm just a few ticks from the maximum amount of water I can put into the thing. I've got a critical level and I've got an empty level. It's powered by hamsters. Yeah. Thank you. Oh dear. So that's how this thing all works. And I've created a few other things. Like this is a size gauge that I've created. I used to have a inch there. This is in centimeters, so that's 1 centimeter, that's 2 centimeters, that's 3 centimeters, and inch is about there. And the way that the size gauge works is you just grab your opal, and you can just literally compare it to that, to that, to that. I should have had 4 centimeters for this guy, but you can see kind of, you know now that this piece here is about 3 centimeters at that point. And I've got a scale, of course I can weigh it. So that's that's how it all comes together. And yeah, when I built it, I didn't think it was very impressive, but I put it on the internet and people love it. So I presume it's got some kind of kudos power to it. So thank you for being impressed. But I'm sure if you put your mind to it, you'd be able to build something like this. The desk sanders, they're basically a little bit more expensive. I think it's $40 or $50 a sander, those round things that I was using before. But basically, I've then gotten random parts and just bolted together. It's mostly beds and drawers. So here, let's have a look at this guy, see what's underneath. Yeah. I do have a 3D printer. I left it at the university. But the whole point about this is permaculture. I like 3D printers. If I had one, I'd be using a Coke bottle as the filament. What I want to do is 3D print a car. Like I'll start with the bumper bars and stuff. There you go. Oh, really? I like this concept because, like, thank you, Adele. I really do like the concept of 3D printing stuff because I'm going to start simple. If ever I break my car, it's a bomby old Toyota Camry. But if I break it, I'll see if I can find a file for the bumper bar and see if I can 3D print a bumper bar somehow, and then of course. Yeah. Well, I do kind of know how to work my way around a computer. After all, I am a statistician by trade, but I use scripting languages, and therefore I don't often go into CAD. But I would love to get, for example, the file for a bumper bar. Oh, let me show you this. It's another piece that I built. Okay, speaking of printers, this is the scanning plate from a printer. See that? So if you get one of those fax printer scanner things and you take it apart, then you get a piece of glass and you put it there. There's a shelf here with a nice piece of felt. I just place it on there. It's angled back a bit, and that's how I do it. It has the added advantage of insulating the phone from all of the noise of the machine. So that's how I work it. I'm moving this strip of fabric away because that's just to shield the phone from the sun so it doesn't open. Yeah, that's pretty much what I do. Council cleanup is like a magical mystery tour. Well, that's right. If I did have a 3D printer, I'd make sure it was something that could process PET. as filament. I've seen on the YouTube there are people who just get a razor blade and attach it to a piece of wood or a tree or something. I know, so good, isn't it? They attach it to a piece of wood and then they put a Coke bottle in it and then they just spin it and filament comes off. I don't know how realistic that is. But if it does work that way, it's a good thing. What it basically means is you can, like in the instance of your motorcycle, I'm going, man, you could possibly 3D print a motorcycle from bottles. Now that's permaculture. Don't say that. I think that Americans have gotten a really bad rap recently, and I'm going, no, let's not make this happen any further, because there was actually an international reason to hate Americans. So, and we just bought into it. No, we're not doing that anymore. You're okay, dude. Yeah, a lot of people do, and it'd be my preference. And quite frankly, I think that even if you just buy filament, that's still better than a lot of the other things that happen. Oh my goodness, I told you this was too thin. I thought I'd get it, but I didn't. We'll get this section and see what it does. Might get lucky with it. Yeah, but you see, what will happen is if it's workable, there'll be a market for it, and some enterprising chap will start cutting PET bottles into filaments, and our 3D print guy, he'll buy them if they're good enough, and that's one problem solved. I've been thinking about the whole. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, but it's quite insidious how that's all come about, mate. It's other countries trying to bring America down. You don't deserve that. You're just a person who's trying to get on with life like anyone else is. This will be what we call doubleting material if I'm lucky. Come on. No, it's going to go to powder. That's all right. We'll have a look at this one because this one's a bit more fun. If this one pops, it will pop big time. If this one don't pop, I will go grab one which I'm reasonably certain will look spectacular. This is what we call gamble rough. Hello, Livy. Oh no.
It's gonna be reopened. Not for a month, we're gonna go somewhere else.
Alright, we can do that. Sorry, got some bad news about the local Aldi's closing. Well, it's not that. Yeah, I agree, but there's a political agenda. There's a yeah. Especially when so much of what we do and have is genetically programmed. Like, I happen to be relatively skinny at the moment, so I could go onto YouTube and do my fitness routine and lose 1,000,000 pounds or whatever they say. That's not true. I'm the weight I am because I won a genetic lotto. Oh, the Aldi. It's for refurbishment, so it's not going to be closed forever. Yeah, I know. It sucks. But like I said, the number of people who, when I've been moderating your stream, have been saying some things that seem to imply that they are attracted to you, Adele. Well, yeah, the trolls are part of the reason why we have that attitude about America, because it's fake accounts that would repost all sorts of stuff, which wasn't necessarily true. See you around, mate. Have a lovely New Year. I presume it's New Year by now. I was hoping to get something pretty looking by the time 3D printer mate had to go, but no. Oh, hang on, there's one here. There's a bit here. Let's have a look at this. What do you reckon? What are you seeing? There might be something here. Let's see if we can get there. Yeah, it's a surprising thing. Like, I'm just sitting there slicing into a rock, but you must know. Is it going to work or is it not going to work? And these are gamble rough. They're literally 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. Will it work? I don't know. I don't know. That's looking mighty interesting. Okay, what I am going to do is I'm going to cut that bit off. Going to dress for success, so to speak, because it might have something. May as well turn it into a cab whilst we're here. Oh, come on. My instinct says no, but there is just this one little piece of maybe that sits in this stone. And so, but there's not much stone to go before it's like powder. So let's get rid of that yellow. That yellow is suspicious. I'm going to give up on it, I think. Nah, I think we're going to have to say no to that one. So I'll get a definite fiery opal out just to compensate people for watching nothing happen. But it happened suddenly, mind you. Okay, have a look at this guy. You can see there's a colour bar right in there. So you can see all the way through, nice colour, wall to wall, so hopefully this will take no time at all. It'll take no time at all. Tooty tooty tooty. I'm part Irish, so I'm allowed to do that. So look at this side. See if you can spot the colour as it goes and does things. Can you see some colour flashing from time to time? That's this stone's natural state. It's such a beautiful stone. What I might do is I'll either dome or facet it so that it really brings out those colours. Spiders. Oh, look, you grow up around the spiders, so it's no big deal. And like, the spiders aren't all that dangerous. There's two species to watch out for. One is a funnel web and one is a redback. I don't think a redback has ever killed anyone. It's as dangerous as a black widow spider. So if you're not wanting to go to the United States because of black widow spiders, then don't go to Australia. The funnel web, look, there's only one time when they're at all aggressive, and that's during rain, during mating season. Most other times they are right out of your way. And the chances of actually seeing a funnel web, really remote, unless you're just sitting there poking your hand in every hole in the ground. There are some simple precautions you take around here. Like you shake your shoes before you put them on. Just have a quick look at the dunny, which happens to be the loo or the toilet or the bathroom, depending on where you come from. Just have a quick look under the seat before you sit upon it. But that's even outback toilets, which are, you know, separate from the house. I mean, it's a good idea to look anyway. And just don't put your hand in any hole or crevice without knowing kind of something about it. If you do that, you're not going to get bitten by anything. And if you do get bitten, it's probably a redback. You might not even realise it was a redback that bit you. Trapdoor spiders. I think they're venomous, but you'd be either doing extremely well or being extremely stupid to get hit by a trapdoor. We have jumping spiders, which I think are the cutest things ever. As a matter of fact, there was a jumping spider just around here that was keeping me company whilst I was cutting opals. They are such beautiful little critters. I know I'm talking spiders and people are going, ew, spider. But they are just so beautiful. Let's see if we can get this rolled in a bit. Because I think if I roll it correctly, this guy will have all this rolling flash happening. So you can see this is occasionally just going right off the sensor. Do not adjust your set, it is that bright. It is a beautiful little stone. Yeah, peacocks. They are the really cute jumping spiders. But the other ones, they're not too bad either. Alright, let's see if I can find one that's better than that. Because I was like, yeah, that's okay, but not all that much. Let's try. Let's have a look in here. Oh, hurry up. Oh, this one. Yeah, I remember. Okay, let's see if we can spot this. So, here's a very rocky looking chunk of rock. So if you have a look really close, let's go right in. You can see just a teensy weensy colour bar. There it is. Let me give you a hint. That colour bar goes through here. I don't know about this side. It goes through here. So maybe, just maybe, we've got ourselves a real goer. So let's give this one a crack. All right, see you when I see you, Antonio. Don't be a stranger. He's probably off to go 10, 9, 8, 7. Now, I was trying to get some work done today. The work was to build, believe it or not, a display cabinet for my fossils. And the reason why that was so important was because if I got that built, it'd have a little shelfy thing on top of it. And that meant that all of the other pieces of crap that were on my table could be cleaned up a little bit more effectively. So I got the display cabinet built. But the next thing is to get all the stuff onto the display cabinet and, you know, start sorting through everything and getting rid of junk, basically. Now my question is, will this Yeah, the birds ended up in the wrong cage again too. Max was happy. Loki was like, I don't like this at all. Opened up the door to feed her, bam, on my shoulder. Yeah, if you guys are aware of the format, when I'm done with these opals, what are we doing? Oh, we're already on 115, man. Okay, that means that we're starting to look for Magnus Opal, doesn't it? So there's some colour just coming up to the front. Okay, cut this piece off like this, just to give me a taste of what's going on that section of the opal. If I do that much of the stone, it won't impact the stone too badly. But it might give me an idea of what it all looks like, whether I've got sand to battle or anything like that. trying to hold on to it because it flings back sometimes when you do this. And that means that sometimes I'll be spending some hours cutting a stone and then it flings into the nether regions of Australia. I'm not seeing much. Let's have a look. Nothing much, nothing much, nothing much, nothing. Okay, so I'll cut off here, see what we get. Just keep exploring until we find what we need. You see, I think that a lot of this opal, because it's derived from silica, that sand that we're cutting through is probably, well, it's the opal before it's opal. Oh yeah, it's a beautiful little thing. Because they've got those big front-facing eyes, they are just so cute. And they're really tiny. If you got one, how big would one be? One would be about this big as this piece of stuff. They're all around the place. Beautiful little things. Yeah, I'm pretty certain that sand there, if we left it for 1 million years or so, would end up being opal. Nice pretty opal too. What I want you to do is, if you're going to do stuff like that, Google St Andrew's cross spider as well. Have a look at that one. St Andrew's cross spider. Alright, so what have we got here? Cut that end off, I think, because it's too thin and needs to be explored. Right. What have we got? Okay, we've got that. That's not going too deep, nor is that, I don't think. Anyway, let's have a look. Never been bitten by one, handled heaps of them. They are allegedly a little bit venomous, but they won't do much. I always thought they looked cute. I think this will come into its own. Let's have a look. Might not. Whole thing might not. It's all a gamble. I really love those crosswebs. Am I weird for liking that? I suppose I am. I remember you're from Queensland, so the insects just take over in Queensland. Oh, we have mud and paper wasps. It's like a David Attenborough show in my area. And here is a wasp. It's being eaten by a spider. Here is a spider being eaten by a wasp. Right, enough of that malarkey. Bye-bye. Now, let's have a look and see if you are any good. Yeah. I think we're genetically coded to dislike spiders. The thing about it is that, like, I've in my university travels, I was working in a university, strangely enough, with a lot of foreign students. And if ever they got themselves into trouble, it was not the spiders. Believe it or not, one lady nearly drowned herself in just an ordinary swimming pool near the university. That was a close call. Another guy, he nearly drowned himself in a rip, which is a kind of a current on the beach. Oh, is it a tree fog? Yeah, we get quite big dragonflies, by the way, Adele. Have I said hi to Gilly already? I hope I have. Gilly, you're important to us. Me? Yeah, it went pretty well. Then somebody asked about how you cut the opals, and then I said, oh, I'll show you. Then Adele called me at MacGyver, and I got really embarrassed, but secretly enjoyed it. I think this is not going to come to anything. We'll see. Oh, no, hang on. Just spoke too soon. I think just out of... I think. Currently looking for Magnus opals now because we're going to go to the birds very soon. Well, presuming how long this bloody thing takes. There's a bit of colour there, but it's not good enough. Not good enough for Magnus opal. Or Magnum opal. Yeah, it was just hanging out just at the end of the stone there, making it look like there was a bigger colour bar than there actually was. So I'll register a complaint with the manufacturer of that stone, tell them what happened. Perhaps this one will bring us better luck. This one, I know how thick it is. I've seen the side of it. I know where all the colour should be. So I'll quickly get the junk off it, and if there's no colour, we'll move on. Oh, sharks. You realise I'm going to be insufferable all night now? They call me MacGyver. They call me MacGyver. You watch me build an atom bomb with a wristwatch and a pocket knife.
Oh, ominous. All right. Seeing we're about to close things off, depending on what happens here, I won't do anything about it, but that blade is now skipping big time. So when this session ends, I'll have to change it. Hope I remember. I'm trying to remember his name, the actor. Because he ended up in Stargate as well. And yes, I secretly love Stargate. I know it has its detractors. Secret intelligence, just like processed cheese. Oh, processed cheese, terrible, terrible stuff. I love eating it. Yeah. The blades. Hang on for a second. You can buy them on the internet, and they come in packets like this. This is a slightly smaller blade. It's actually slightly more useful because it's got those holes in it, and that means it cuts a little bit better. This is the one that I'm currently using. It's about 35 millimeters from memory. Also comes with its own spindle, which usually rusts on, is impossible to dislodge. So I'm going to go on to another thing, I think, because I don't think this is going to do the thing I want it to do. If you weren't there for the Cook's tour, if you scroll back to, I don't know, maybe half an hour into the stream, you'll probably see me explaining how the whole thing works. Oh, there's some colour right there. All right, let's see. My logic goes like this. There's no point in having a little bit of colour. It needs to have a lot or nothing. So I'm cutting this bit off because it's sand. And the blade's getting blunter and blunter and blunter as we go on. Probably snap it off now. No, it's being stubborn. Now will you snap? There we go. Ah, a bit of a surprise there. Not too much there. Another of these opals that sort of says maybe, maybe not. You never know. You'll just have to keep grinding me into powder. A little bit of colour. Do you see the colour in me? Oh yes. Da 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 da. Da, 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 da. Oh, I'm such a tease. Da, 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 da. Got to do it properly, hey. It's like da da da, fling, da 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 da, da 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 da, da 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 da. Booty shake. All right. Yeah, sandpaper will work. Also Dremel. I wouldn't use an orbital sander, but you know, go onto eBay and you know those you can get something you can attach to your drill that makes it into a rotary sander. That's how I started. Yeah, go on the Gumtree and see if you can get one for less than 50. There's probably someone giving it away in one of those free ones. Because they're not an expensive piece of kit. Whoop. I think the guys with trench coats will want their money back after this one. Thank you very much. Thank you for the chips. Goodbye. Okay. Not that one. Let's have a look in here. Oh, come on. That's got to say interesting. These are all lightning riggers. Take this one out. The Opal will not respond to acid. But yeah, I've been thinking about sandblasting it. Let's have a look at this one. Also, you can get an electric toothbrush, which is like basically a mini Karcher nowadays, or a Guernsey or whatever what do they call it. Gurney, thank you. So, like a toothbrush, which is a mini gurney. I remember going to the dentist and he's going, what have you been doing with your dental hygiene? And I said to him, oh yeah, well what I do is I would, you know, brush my teeth every evening and then I would Karcher out my mouth with the toothbrush thingy. He looked at me funny for a second, then the nurse cracked up. I presume not many people say that. Yeah, well this blade, like I said, just remember this. Not going to hurt you. Oh, as an aside, I just quickly looked up and I noticed 12 likes. Thank you very much, guys. Now, will this provide the opal we think it will? Don't think so. It's going to just disappear into the ether, is it? From the looks of things, yes. Okay, we'll try this side. What have we got? This happens sometimes. It's just a piece of opal and it just says, no, I'm not going to do it. Our Opal Strip Club fanboys are not happy today. Boo! Hiss! Boo! Here it comes, if it's going to come at all. Oh, is that colour I see before me? The handle towards my hand? No, not yet. But there's still a bit of room, bit of wiggle room. Yeah, we're into the colour now. It's just not, it's not presenting at that side. Or is it? Oh, we're getting some. Let's have a look. There we go. Finally. Just a wee little bit of colour. So what I'll do is I'll cut it off here. I don't think this is Magnus Opal style or Magnum Opal. But still, nice. Forgot how blunt the blade was. Well, seeing we've done that far, may as well just carve it in. Not bad. If there's slightly more colour to this, it'd be a good one. Glad it skipped to that side. I am a very blunt blade, I am a very blunt blade, I am very hard to cut with, and I am a very blunt blade. You'd be better off breaking it. I am a very blunt blade. Ooh. Oh, Raina. Happy New Year, Raina, to you. The best I can come up with is Guten Geburtstag, which is extremely not appropriate. In case you're interested, I said happy birthday. Certainly it's quite an impressive little thing, isn't it? So, what we can say about this little opal here is that this is a standard we like to see in our Magnum opals. In our final opals, we like to see this kind of standard. We like I'll just round that off now. I'll round this off. Round this off. Ein Chance. New Year. New Year. Okay. Uchalen. Sorry to destroy the language like that. So that's not a bad little one. That's not the Magnum Opal that we were looking for. These are not the Magnum Opals you're looking for. You can go about your business. You can go about your business. Right, so let's have a look at this one. I don't know the German for rock or opal, so I'd be what? Bodenstoff, I suppose. Come on, my pretty. Oh, look at that. Yes, here we go. Whoop. Don't cut into the side when you've just found it. Now, what did we see? Right there. I literally smashed it the moment I found it. Unbelievable. So I found the colour, and because I broke it, I needed to trim it back. Unbelievable. This is as far as I'm going to go, and hopefully we'll be able to rescue the rest of it. Smashes like butter from the sounds of things. I think we'll be okay, because I think we're going to get all sorts of cool from this one. Can you see the colour where my thumb is? And this is of course a Lightning Ridge Opal, Gilly, so you'll be happy to know. That sand, don't like it. I'll have to, I don't like it. I don't like anything. Okay, so I'll cut from here. At the moment it's cutting like the blade is butter. Bit of a struggle this way. Struggle street with the opals. Don't do that. Be nice, play nice, come on, you can do this. Come on. Okay. No, not yet. just saw a flash of red. I don't know what you're seeing on your screens, but pretty good. I have to cut that bit off. Rollstein. So Stein must be stone. Fair enough. Opal Rollstein. It's funny how I have so much trouble with the language, considering that, like, English is German. That's why the Germans look at us sometimes going, this is your language, why are you having trouble? So, let's just give it a sideways glance, like so. What happens when we do that? I like it. Gonna have to get rid of some of this garbage underneath here. Okay, so the sand goes all the way into here. Okay, so probably gonna have to, yeah, I'll have to slice it here and creating a new compound German word, das Opal kriegen. I think that's probably the most appropriate term. I'm going to cut straight through, even though technically I probably don't need to. You can see that there's actually some colour that's happening. On where my thumb is, try and get it to, okay. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. There's some reds and stuff in there. Just so you know. Kleiner blade. Okay. Yeah. I do have this strange ability to say the most offensive things in other languages without knowing what they are or trying to be offensive. I accidentally discovered the most offensive thing you could say in French, and I guarantee you I was not trying. The thing that annoys me is that if I hear like something that's actually in German, I mean, there are some times when I'm not getting what's going on, but usually you kind of know what they're saying, and so like, you know, why is it so hard? Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just get rid of all the imperfections here because I'm sort of pinning my hopes on the other side. The only two were, yeah, but I don't try to swear, I just end up being offensive. The only things I've got in German are Scheiße, obviously, and Dummkopf. Although, Spanish, because I have some friends who are Chilean, I have some pretty spicy stuff in Spanish. Yeah. I think I've mentioned it before. What I tend to do when I go to another country is just try and learn how to say hello and thank you and all of the really polite things. The effort is appreciated. Now, win, lose or draw, I think I'm going to stick with this opal because I'm reasonably certain it's going to do something pretty spectacular. I'm rolling it in because I know that the majority of the colour is actually facing the side. Rolling it in just gives the opal a chance to orient the colour a bit. hopefully. I think that we're going to end up, it's going to be fascinating, this opal. Not necessarily going to be a valuable one. It might be. It'll certainly be fascinating. This will be a black crystal opal, which you don't often get. Oh my goodness. Just saw that. Ah. You know what? I reckon say it once is a challenge. All right, here we go. Fishes, Fritz, fished, Fritz, fish. There you go. I'm happy I said it once. I presume I've just said something very rude. This guy is fascinating, by the way, guys. I had a look, and there's just this red just bulging through the middle. I don't think I've seen anything like it. Let me show you. Just trying to give it the right kind of shine. It's the right kind of shine. Trying to straighten it all out. There we go. Not bad. And I'll show you some features. Right. Okay, let's have a look at this guy. Let's see if we can get it to do its magic. I'm just going to turn off the water before I get drowned. Yeah, perfect. So, yeah, okay, so up here you can see that red smash through. Ah! I just saw that. Okay. Look at this side. There you go. Red right in the middle. Yep. That's a keeper. So I still need to do a little bit on it, but that's a nice little opal, and it's quite distinct. There's not many opals you're going to see that are like that. And I've still got this material left to try and do something with as well. So I'll either do that during the day or maybe do it on another occasion. I might, because I've got all these other opals here, I might do them, do some of these. Oh, look at my dishpan hands, huh? There we go, so we'll pop this away and then we'll go say hi to the birds. Yoink. Ugh. Ugh. Hey guys, how you doing? Was that a smart aleck daughter of mine?
Yeah, it was. Okay. Hey guys. What's too sugary? Okay, well, I'll cook some dinner in a minute. Hello. That's Loki. Put it. Yeah. There you go. I don't think Loki's particularly interested in escape at the moment, but I'll open the cage anyway. The feathers are returning. She's not as stressed as she was previously, which is good. Yeah. It's been quite a tumultuous time, hasn't it? Wenn Hassan über den Reisen Hassan über den Reisen. You said that right at that moment. Sorry, I got a pin feather. I'm not gonna get pins anymore. It's too risky. I'll let the kids do it, okay? All right, I'll let you out. You can come out. Well, come on. Good bird. Hello. Upside down bird. They like it when you go upside down. No, don't eat the vacuum cleaner. It's all right. Now I'm going to lift this up. I'm going to lift this up and it's going to freak you out. But it'll be all right, okay? Here we go. All right. It's okay. Vacuum cleaner's done. It's all good. It's all good. Oh, it's all right. He'll calm down in 6 to 18 working days. Okay. Yeah.
Hello, Lucky. Is hello? Yeah, hi. Hello.
Yeah. Max is going to be hiding there for another 2 weeks, I reckon, because I moved the hose.
How dare you?
Yeah.
Hey, I
Ooh.
hit Dad.
Yeah, yeah.
And so she's... What was that?
Are you feeling a bit better now? Yeah, come on. Scratchy poo? Scratchy poo? There you go. You got pins galore. You're going to have to come down if you want me to deal with your pins, though. Nah, they won't die. Listen, they demolish entire houses. That's the one thing about cockatoos. They are a very, very hardy species. I mean, don't put any metal in there. Like,
Don't put metal in your cockatoos is always a good idea.
yeah, especially,
I think I might know why Max is so scared of you. If you keep putting metal in them.
yeah. You're right. It's a battle rope, and it's potentially the dye might be an issue, but I don't think so. I think it's carbon based. So,
Charcoal, you think?
well, yes. But it's a good thought. There's always something that you might not have remembered that might be causing issues. Don't double team, Max.
Loki!
What's Loki doing? Whoa! Check this out. No, don't rev her up. The temptation. Whoop. The temptation. Wow. The temptation is to move your head when the birds are doing that.
Now, why were you so angry? Hello? Hey, I'm trying to test something. Move away, Libby. This might get her angry. Is it this? Yeah.
Okay, so
She doesn't like it. Okay.
fair enough. No, the ropes are natural fibre.
Well,
They get into it. Whoop, there we go. Oh, there we go. Okay, no, let's not. Loki's in the mood, so don't go near her.
Hello, Max. Hello, Max. Hello, Max. Hello, Max.
Yeah, well, that's actually something. Let's have a look at your feet, Loki. Show us your foot. Give us your foot. So if we have a look down, well, no, we can't see the foot. But she had the beginnings of bumblefoot, and that quite surprised me because she was, she's always got different branches. But the vet said, well, the nails are too long, so that solved that one. Oh, she's doing well. The moment the nails were cut, the feet just came good. I was trying to show you. Let me see. Show the back of the foot. I mean, she's been through the war a bit because the business with the chicken meant that she started plucking, and the business with the bumblefoot mustn't have been very nice for her. But she seems to be growing her feathers back, and she seems to be also. No, she's chewing at her foot at the moment. She knows what I'm talking about. Look at that. Okay, I'm going to show you. It's the wrist joint where she really had her issues. So yeah, there was a swelling. Just imagine there's a swelling behind my wrist, like that. So that's what it looked like. But you can see it. Max's feet looked like a battleground for a long time because he was in a very small cage. But they look okay now. I'm trying to try and find something that even resembles bumblefoot. No, you can't see it. Nothing there. Just relatively pristine feet. They're so smart. They know I'm discussing their feet. Yeah, you're right. It's like the heel of the foot. Scratch. There you go. I know. Sorry. Hello, Max. Yeah, that's Loki's battle cry. Hello, Max. All right, so, okay, Loki, do you want to go into your cage for a sec? In you go. Good boy. You okay with that? Yeah, you're okay. For a moment, she looks a little bit nonplussed. I'll get you some food, don't worry. I'm just putting her in the cage because she doesn't like being hassled too much by Max. Yeah, I know. Yeah. It's hello, Max. When she feels uncomfortable, she says hello, Max. It's funny, that's her battle cry. Hey, Pony, come here. Yoink. Splat. Hello. It's amazing how placid this little one becomes. She's running around, doing all sorts of things, just waiting for that moment when I pick her up and go splat. Yeah. The cool thing about Pony as opposed to the cockatoos is that Pony's got a gyroscopically mounted head compared to the cockatoos, which seem to be able to move their head independently and they move their eyes gyroscopically like we do. Yeah. Sometimes I feel very, very lucky to have these guys. Okay. There's Max. We've got a little bit of a conjunction. There we go. Max is just making sure that his underwing area is nice and clean. Alright, so yeah. From the sounds of things, Raina, you've got your act together as far as understanding the care of birds, though. So, you know, I wouldn't have any hesitation in letting you look after them either. So, I suppose that's the end of the festivities for today. I've nearly been cutting opals for all year. We can still do those kinds of jokes for a little while yet. Yeah. Yeah, I know. I think everything's calming down, so we won't worry too much. But it doesn't hurt to remain vigilant, I think. So. I think you offended him. It's alright, they get good care. It's okay. Thank you for the warning, though. At any rate, there they are. At any rate. Oh.
Are you okay, Max?
Yeah, he's just happy.
Why?
Just happy. Yeah. Anyway. I know. Anyway, have a lovely evening, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, it's a new day, new year, new all that kind of stuff. Like and subscribe on your way out if you enjoyed it. What I'll do is I'll put up a post. I think that just so you know, Jaylene, I don't think is being nasty. I think they definitely have an issue with a bird, which is sounds very, very serious, to be honest. So I might put up a short in which they can describe in entirety what happened, and we can work through the issue together. So let's not instantly assume that it's just trolling. Thank you for being so kind and caring, Jaylene. At any rate, I'll do that soon. But first, I need to just relax and get some dinner for the children. Have a wonderful evening. Dr. Phil out.